Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to Mechanical Engineering Department, Jadavpur University. Mm, It is a digital welcome to you all at the present situation. We hope that the pandemic will come to a control soon, and we'll have a physical welcome to later on to our campus. Uh, we congratulate you for uh, your success in the joint entrance examination and qualify yourself to the undergraduate teaching of this department, which has a rich heritage. uh, Possibly part of it has guided you to join this department. Now it is your responsibility to take the department to a greater height in the coming future. This will do a lot of good to this department, and I believe to you as well. Mm, when we'll have the our campus open for teaching, you will come to know about it later on. Only today or yesterday, I had the discussion with one of our old students. Uh, he has got through a very critical phase of his life to have an organ transplantation, and now he has come back to the normal life, and he wants to visit the campus soon to have him fully recharged. I believe it's a good indicator for you as well to come to the campus and enjoy the vibration there. So far, you had been most of you had been going through a very secured life under direct parental supervision or someone senior of your family. Now you are entering an important phase of your life when you will have less of guidance and more of freedom, so to say. But with freedom, a lot of responsibility comes in. Slowly, that you will realize, and it is also it also depends a lot on you how to utilize this freedom. Since we have a good campus and we have very good interaction between teachers, students, and all other sections of the community, um, I am sure that all of you will enjoy the coming 4 years, 4 years to a great extent. And because of this good interaction, I believe you will get a good opportunity to have a consolidated view about the life that you will acquire through interaction with your friends, teachers, and others in the campus. I think that is a major aspect for which Jadavpur pass outs do quite well throughout their life, and that's the most important part. You have come here to get a good job, secured future. We all understand. Security is one aspect, and a good life is another aspect. Good life is as important as a secured life. So possibly Jadavpur will teach you that as well. Mm, And as I was talking about the freedom uh, and responsibility, I, I just make you aware that because of sudden change of gear in your life from the guided teaching to so-called less guided teaching, uh, you will gain confidence, and at the same time, if you are too adventurous, that may make you a bit wayward. So please take good guard against that. Mm, I mean, at least as our past record says, about 1/3 of our students come back to higher education within 4 to 5 years. 50% of that, at least 50% of that at present, comes back to management degree study, and 1/4 comes back. I mean, 1/3 of 1/4 comes goes to go for higher teaching abroad. Remaining 25%, they do pursue their higher education degree within the country. So these 1/3, I believe they have acquired some sort of maturity and some of direction of your life already, and they do not need to hear much of what I'm going to say. But all are important to us. The remaining 2/3 are as important and as dear to us as the 1/3 I have talked. About the remaining 2/3, I believe another 1/3 gets placed through our campus placement. Over last 4 or 5 years, our campus placement record is about 70% of our students get placed from the campus placement, through campus placement. I I understand that 70% is not that encouraging a figure for you to listen, and in that regard, I am again emphasizing the need of taking good guard against getting wayward because of the sudden release to a more free life. Honestly speaking, increasing this 70% mostly lies, the responsibility of increasing this 70% figure mostly lies with you. The companies who come to the campus, they allow only those students who have no back paper up to that time when they have come for the campus interview. And I hope that is not a very tall ask by them. But as I am telling, possibly that is our feeling. The sudden exposure to that freedom makes some of you negligent to the study. Possibly the goal was set, you have to clear the joint entrance examination, or even more sought after examinations with good rank, and that itself will secure a future, and you don't have to put so much effort after that. By this effort I mean the time spent on the study. That is true. Possibly if you invest 50% of time that you had been doing for the past 2 years, that should be sufficient for you to secure a reasonably good marks in the engineering subjects. The engineering education roughly speaking, 60% of it is theoretical subjects, and remaining 40% are what we call sessional papers. That includes engineering drawing, workshop, and some laboratory classes. So these subjects assist on daily basis. As you come to the drawing class, you will be explained certain ideas and will be asked to do some drawing. And based on what you bring in the class, you will be assessed, and that will be a continuous assessment against which you will be awarded a marks towards the end of the sessional. These subjects we term as sessional subjects. And as I am telling, these are evaluated on a regular basis. Possibly in the coming semester, this learning will be a bit weak, I should say, because this learning is transferred directly from the teacher to student, and in absence of a face-to-face transfer process, that will get a bit weakened. But we hope from the next semester onwards, this will get sorted out. But as this process of evaluation is done continuously, so by the time you come to the end of the semester, almost half of the evaluation is done. Why I'm telling half? About of the remaining 60%, the theoretical subject, again there will be class assessment based on which you will be awarded 30% of your marks, and 70% of the marks will be given on the basis of your performance of an examination taken at the end of the semester. So if you consider 30% of that 60%, that is about 20%, and another remaining 40% from the sessional papers. So 60% of the evaluation will be already done before you reach your semester examination. So please have that clearly in your mind. So if you attend the class regularly and do a decent job, you are expected to do reasonably well in the 60%. Again, I repeat, it is just attending the class and doing a decent job. You need not be brilliant here. If you are brilliant, your performance will be even better. So that makes your job after the classes much light loaded. So the problem is you have to attend the class on a regular basis and do a decent job there. I am not very sure about how you have prepared yourself for the joint entrance examination. If you have done that by neglecting class attendance and emphasizing more on other ways of learning, please change that habit and make it a point to attend the classes regularly. I am not hiding many facts here because I think the transparency is a key in the relationship between teacher and students. Over the years, our class attendance are getting back to worse. Of course, as we emphasize the need of the attending sessional classes very strongly, you keep on attending the sessional classes, but in the theoretical classes, the attendance gets, as I have told, those are getting back to worse. Of course, if we do not get enough students in our class, we lose our motivation. In near future, that may impact our way of teaching. But at the same time, you should also realize the main casualty is borne by you, not by us. Mm, over the years, if you some 7-8 years back, we used to have a few positions in first 10 in the GATE examination. GATE is an examination. I believe from this year they were allowing third year students also, but earlier to that they were allowing only the final year students to appear in the GATE or who have already secured the degrees. Possibly a student can attempt the GATE examinations twice from third year to any point in his life. Anyway, so one can take that examination at third year and fourth year, or fourth year and the next year. Because many want to join a job, test the industry environment, and then decide to come back to the higher studies. Already I have told about 1/3 of our students get back to higher studies within a span of 4 to 5 years. That 4 to 5 years is mostly for the management degree or degree seekers. For the other degree seekers, like the masters and PhD, they come back mainly within 1 year. So securing good, score in GATE is important for getting exposure to higher education in Indian institutes, IITs and IIScs. And it is also very important to get you that PSU jobs. As I was telling, some 7-8 years back, almost every year, a number of students used to come within the first 10-20 positions. But in last 2-3 years, we are getting only that many students in first 1,000. Again, I repeat, before 7-8 years, we were getting to in first 20, 3 or 4 of our students, and now we are getting just 3 or 4 students within the first 1,000. It is not that dramatic if you compare the rank at which your mechanical degree entry is closing based on your joint entrance ranking. Maybe it has gone back by twofold, whereas at GATE it has gone back by about 50 times at least. 20 into 50 is 1,000. That's why I'm telling 50 times at least. Okay, so this, at least from my side, I believe it has a direct link with the class attendance. So if you rely on the notes given by the teachers, nowadays, because of the copier machine, those are very easy. Many of us, including me, we directly give the study materials in PDF form to all the students. So that possibly makes you believe that if you do not attend the class and rely on the notes, you can do reasonably well in the end semester. That is not totally untrue. That is in a way true, but what it gives a poorer foundation of the subject. When you receive the teaching directly from the teacher, still we believe the quality of the education that you receive is better than what you acquire by self-studying. Self-studying is better for, those are better at higher level. At the level that you are in, I believe, as you are making a change in your life from more guided education to less guided education, if you try to make it guidance free, then it is only you who are going to suffer. So my another appeal to you is, please be more regular to the theoretical subjects as well. It is for our inspiration of remaining motivated to teaching. It is for your benefit to get a better score at the GATE examination. The GATE examination is important for getting you a good public sector undertaking job, because if you come within first 1,000, and as I am telling about that deterioration in the last 5 years, the scenario has not changed even after my repeated appeals. I believe if my appeal has any impact, that will reveal from this year on, because I am making this appeal for last 2-3 years, and if I am making this appeal for last 3 years, probably this year the final year students who will appear for GATE examination will get the benefit. But the benefit that I was trying to convey is getting public sector undertaking job, because those are directly decided by your GATE score. And some 4-5 years back, number of students who were getting those kind of jobs were about 10 and 15. And out of your batch of 150 students, 15 means about 10% of our students. And the salary that you get out of those PSU jobs is comparable with better jobs that are offered through the campus placement. These are not as lucrative as your that Google, Amazon, PD kind of pay packets, but those kind of pay packets you get mostly two or three students per 1,000. That you can jolly well neglect. That is no number. So if you remove that, the public sector undertaking taking pay packets are as good as the best one of the remaining lot. So I am stressing on this point for your benefit more than our benefit. Now, besides harping on this, I will just try to tell, enjoy the academics, co-curricular and extracurricular activities, the that you'll get from this. Sorry, because of a phone call, this got dropped. There are many hobby clubs where you can pursue your hobbies, and there are many student activities to join in debating competitions, quiz competitions, and organizing cultural programs, different kinds of festivals, which will give you an exposure to acquire uh, many organizational activities that is really helpful in building your career. Mm, and those who seek management degrees, uh, in fact, while joining the management course, all the students need some certification of attending to those activities. Similarly, a good section of the students, they also try for internships in some companies or educational institutes as a way of gaining exposure beyond the campus as well. Those opportunities are there, and you try to avail those opportunities depending on your tastes. Regarding a co-curricular activity at our departmental level, there is a motorsports club that is run by the students only, and their objective is to design and build a car on their own and get it ready for a national level competition. So you can join in those activities. Uh, there is, again, I repeat, there is a very good teacher-student relationship in our department. We are here to help you at any point in your career. I want to just give one example. Some 2-3 years back, one of his student, he just secured about between 60 and 65% in in the final undergraduate result, and with that, he was almost nowhere. He come to me. He used to come to me almost a regular basis after passing out. As long as he was a student, he was not very. He was irregular, not very regular. Will be an understatement. He was irregular. He told me that he was not interested in studying engineering. His main aim was studying physics, and that's why he never got in any motivation to attend classes. That point of time, he was preparing himself for the many examinations that he shortlisted for the next year. That at that point of time, I just encouraged him to take good preparation, and with that good preparation, he cracked that CSR qualifier, and he's pursuing his higher studies there right now. That Jawaharlal Nehru Center of Advanced Scientific Research, I believe that is the full form. It is a premier research institute of our country, and after he cracked there, then I asked, uh, now you have prepared and you are going to join there. Uh, what is your impression? If you have not neglected your studies in all 4 years, your preparation for that GNCSR examination would have been better or worse. He admitted he did a wrong thing by neglecting the studies at Jadavpur universities. And in fact, while preparing for that examination, he realized that the class notes for the Jadavpur University teaching that he had with him was really quite helpful in getting many ideas of physics clear to him. So, despite of your maybe most sought after department, some of you might have landed at mechanical engineering department, but mechanical engineering department is a very broad based area. If you willfully or against your will, if you keep on studying that subject, that will rob any opportunity from you to shift to your area of major interest at a later point of time. Since it's a very broad based area, you have that opportunity by joining the department, and that will also in a way will help you to identify what you are thinking today is your area of interest, whether that is really your area of interest, or at the moment you are just overwhelmed by the good teaching ability of one particular teacher also. Uh, so again, I welcome you to this department. Enjoy the 4 year of your stay here, and by your good work, make us proud in future. Thank you.